Okay, so you should have two cards that are squares, a bigger piece like this, and a small strip like this. So one of these, and then two of these. First we're going to start off with the smaller squares. And what I want you to do is think of a shape that you're going to have both of them be cut in. You want to try to use the whole space here. So I'm just going to make mine a heart. You can draw whatever shape you want, trying to use this whole space. Then once you have your shape drawn out, you're going to go ahead and cut it out. And I've got both of them piled up here so that I'm cutting two at the same time. Okay, so I have two cut out. So I'm going to take my scraps, put them in the scissors basket, set my shapes aside. I'm going to take the big piece. You're going to line it up as best you can. Fold it in half. Now, I'm holding it from the side that's folded. Okay. This would be halfway. I'm going to go about a quarter of the way. Okay, so again, this is halfway down it. A quarter of the way is going to split that into two. So right here, I'm going to cut about an inch in. An inch is going to be close to what your knuckle is to the end of your thumb. Maybe a little further for some of you. The next step I'm going to do is take this and fold it over. And what I want to do is have this open space and the triangle when it's folded over, that should be a square. So it shouldn't be folded way up here or some other version. It should be a square. Okay, creasing that really well, just using my fingers. Then I'm going to open it back up. Open this up. I'm going to push on it from this side and pull it in. So now I've got it folded in like this. Go ahead and crease that really well so it learns to live inside like that. Okay, I'm going to set this aside for just a second. At your table, there's going to be a paper like this. Where it says place strip here, you need to put your strip on that spot. And then it says mark these lines on your strip. So I'm going to just continue them down like this. They don't need to be totally straight. They don't need to be perfect. I don't have straight edges out for that reason. Okay, you just need to mark them. And then what you're going to do is fold on those lines. So I'm folding this again. I open that back up to fold this one. Open it back up to fold this one. So I have this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to end up gluing one of these over the outside and one of them is going to be your pop-up on the inside. So I need to fold one of my shapes in half. Okay, so I've already got the fold started. I'm going to take a little bit of glue. I'm going to go around the edge. Just a little bit of glue. It's very important you don't put any glue in the middle. Closing my card, and I want to have this open space end up where there isn't any glue. So now this shape is covering up that hole. See, now I can't see through it. That just popped. That doesn't mean I add more glue. It means I press down on it a little more. Okay, now you're going to take your strip of paper, put a tiny little bit of glue on this part. Okay, so right here, just a little bit. And at the same time, we're going to put a little bit on this little square at the bottom. And this gets glued to this triangle here, just like that. And this one is going to go to the base of the card. Just holding it in place for a minute so it sets up. Doesn't mean add more glue, it means just hold it there for a minute. Okay, then what you're going to do is glue this to the top here. So instead of putting glue on here and maybe getting too much, you're going to put glue on the square, just a tiny little bit, and place your shape right on top. Okay, the very last thing before you take them over to the counter, you need to carefully write your name on an edge and your class period number. You'll be able to erase this later if you want after you turn in the assignment. So you're going to carefully carry this. So I've got my shape glued to the back, my pop-up glued in like this, my name and a number, my class period number. You're going to take it over to the counter for the end of class.